Hey guys, it's Rebecca, and for today I have my February wrap-up and my March TBR. Now for February, I had kind of a slow reading month, and I felt kind of cheated because February only has 28 days, and if I had 2 or 3 extra days, I could have finished the book that I'm reading right now, but I can't. So I read 5 books in the month of February. 2 of them I listened to, and 1 of them was for school. So it was not the best month for me, but let's just get on into the video. The book I have is Passenger and Wayfarer by Alexandra Bracken. I don't have the first book, but I checked this one out from the libraries and I haven't returned it yet, so I still have this one to show you guys. This duology follows the story of our main character Etta and Nick as they travel through time. Etta is a violin prodigy who lives in contemporary New York City, and Nick is an African-American slave who lives in the 18th century, and their worlds collide when Etta finds out that she is from a long line of time travelers, and they meet and they have adventures trying to find this astrolabe. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. I had to look it up. I thought it was this sword-looking thing, but it actually looks like a compass. So, did not know what it looked like. Would have been cool if that was on the cover, but these covers are pretty awesome. This one's a tree inside this little dome, and then Passenger was a ship in a bottle with a skyscraper in the middle. They're awesome covers. I love these covers. The first book, Passenger, I gave a 4 out of 5 stars because I like the story, I like the time travel. I picked this book up, besides the covers, I picked it up because I am writing a time travel novel, and I am always interested in learning more about time travel and reading more about time travel, and so I thought this would be a good series, and I did like the first one. The second one I was not that big of a fan of. I gave this book a 3 out of 5 stars because I felt like it was slow and nothing much was happening, and the characters did not change at all throughout the book, and I wanted them to change, and the ways they did change I thought was stupid and unrealistic. So I was not very impressed with this series. When I had 150 pages left in this book, I wanted to just quit because I was wanting to read another book, and I just did not care for this series as much as I thought I would. But I would recommend it to anyone who likes time travel because there are elements of it that are good, and you might like it more than I did. I thought it was kind of confusing, and I found my mind wandering, and I had to go back and reread parts, and that took a while. And this book is so long. Look how long this book is. So freaking long. But yes, give it a try. Overall, the series got a 3 out of 5 stars. It's not the worst, but it was not all that I was expecting. The next 2 books I have are Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. I listened to these books when I was walking across campus, and I had a lot of driving to do in February, so I got a chance to listen to these books, and I love this series so much. This is the first time that I've ever read it, and the first time that I've ever read anything an assassin as the main character, and I loved it so much. These characters are so realistic and just so beautiful, and I love everything about this book, from the cover, amazing cover, to the world, to the magic, to the boys. Just everything about this book is wonderful. And although there was a love triangle in the end of the first book and into this book, it was okay. Not a big love triangle person, but I could get past it because the love triangle was not the main part of the book, I don't feel like. I feel like the main part of the book was trying to accomplish a story goal. And if you don't know anything about this book, the first one follows our main character Selena Sardofian, who is an assassin who was captured and sent to the mines of Andovia, where she has been working hard for a year, and then her life changes when the King of Ardalan invites her to a competition where if she wins, she can become its champion, and after 4 years she can earn her freedom. And this plotline was really interesting to me, so I picked it up, listened to it, loved it, and I cannot wait to read the third one. And the last book I read for school for my British literature class, and that is Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. This is the second Jane Austen book that I have read, and it's my goal this year to read every single Jane Austen novel that she wrote, so I have 4 left. I've already read this one and Pride and Prejudice. And this book follows our main character, Catherine, who goes with some family and friends of hers to Bath, England to mingle in society, meet guys, fall in love, become a better person, and just good things like that. It's a good Jane Austen novel. Didn't like it as much as Pride and Prejudice, but I still enjoyed it very much. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, and I cannot wait to read the other 4 books and experience more of the world of Jane Austen. That's all the books that I read for the month of February, and now let's get into the books that I want to read for March. The first book I want to read, I'm actually in the middle of, I'm about 200 pages in, and that is King's Blood by Jill Williamson. This is the second book in the Kinsman Chronicles series, and I really enjoyed the first one, and I've actually met this author 3 times, mentioned that I go to every year, and I really just enjoy the world that Jill builds in this book. They're really long. All her books are super long. This one is 600 pages. So I have a little ways to go, and like I said before, if I had a few more days, I could have definitely finished the book, but sadly, February does not have that many days. I don't really remember much about the first one because I read it so long ago, and I don't really want to give you any spoilers for this one, but basically it's a high fantasy series that follows Willick, our main character, who is a prince who is trying to find his way in the world, develop his skills as a prince, and prepare to be king. But I would definitely recommend this book to you if you like high fantasy at all. Jill has some great world building, and as a typical fantasy novel, it is very long. The book I want to read is We Are Liars by E. Lockhart. This book was recommended to me by one of my friends. Now, I'm not a really big contemporary romance person. I find the plot shallow and just not very engaging, but she recommended this book to me and cannot wait to read it. She said that there's some elements of psychological thriller in it, so I'm really excited to see that because I haven't read one of those in a while, and so hopefully it'll be good. I have my expectations high. The next book I want to read is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but I'm sorry if I said your name wrong, Carrie. But this book is about a nurse who is following the Jack the Ripper case, and he's murdering all the women. And this book is actually on my TBR challenge for 2017 in the Places You Want to Visit category. It is set in Victorian London, and though I can't go to the Victorian times, it'd be really fun. I've always wanted to visit London. I've been obsessed with the country since about 7th grade, and I think it'd be really cool to go there, and I can't wait to read this book and learn more about Jack the Ripper, and I've heard great things about it on BookTube, so I'm super excited to read it. Next book I want to read is Hatchet by Gary Paulson. I don't know anything about this book, but it's also on my challenge for a Newbery Award-winning book, and I don't know the year that it won the award either, so I'm just going to this book blind, but it must be good if it won a Newbery Award, so I have high expectations for it, and I can't wait to read it. And it's super short, so that'll be fun. This book I want to read is Cruel Crown and King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard. I love Red Queen and Glass Sword, and I cannot wait to read these next 2 books. I want to read Cruel Crown first just to get me back into the world of Red Queen and help me fall in love with the characters even more. And the last book I want to read is Air Fire by Sarah J. Maas. I actually plan on listening to this book while I'm walking across campus and when I'm driving through the middle of Indiana because there's nothing to do except stare at flat ground, which is not that does not sound very appealing to me. So I'm going to listen to Air Fire, and I can't wait to dive into Sarah J. Maas's universe some more and discover more about the characters, finish on with this series. And the audiobook is 20 hours long, so I will definitely have time to listen to it during my car ride. And that is all the books that I want to read in March. Hopefully, if I'm not too busy, I can read some more books because I need to fulfill my challenge for 100 books during the year, which includes school books. So I'm kind of cheating, but not really. So I hope you liked this video. If you read any of the books that I mentioned, just comment down below and we can talk about it. Happy reading. Till next time, bye!